Hi everyone, welcome to Geetam Insight Test Prep Series. This is the third lesson on logical reasoning. Today, we are here to discuss the topic ranking and directions. And I am KRK Sharma. I'm from Geetam University. Let us begin with ranking. By the end of this session, you guys will be able to understand the concepts of ranking and directions, and you guys will be able to solve the questions based on these two topics. The first question: Robert ranked 18th in a class of 49 students. What is his rank from the last? So, how should we understand this question? So, what is the information that we should pick? You have to understand that there are 49 students in total, and Robert ranked 18th in a class. So, as there are 49 members, and you are given that Robert is 18th, it means that there should be 17 members present ahead of Robert. When there are 17 members present ahead of Robert, so till here, we are done with 18 members. So among 49, you are done with 18 and you are left with 31. So 31 members should be present next to Robert. So Robert's position from the rear end, will be 32. So his rank will be 32nd. Now let's move on to the next question. Sam ranked 9th from the top and 38th from the bottom in a class. So Sam is the name of a person. Sam ranked 9th from the top. As Sam is ranked 9th from the top, there should be 8 members present ahead of Sam. And 38th from the bottom, so there should be 37 members present next to Sam. So how many students are there in the class? In order to make our work easy, let us add these numbers first. 8 plus 37 gives you 45 plus 1, 46. Guys, that brings me to the next question now. In a class of 50 students, so total, that's 50. M is 8th from the top. So there should be 7 members present ahead of M. H is 20th from the bottom. So there should be 19 members present next to H. How many students are there between M and H? Among the given 50, you are done with 8 members here. And here you are done with 20 members. So among the given 50, we are done with 28 members in total. So you are left with 22. So where should these 22 members present now? That's obvious. They should be between M and H. So there are 22 members present between M and H. Let us work on this. In a row, A is 10th from the left and B is 9th from the right. If they interchange their positions, A becomes 15th from the left. How many are there in the row? We need to understand one thing here. At the beginning, there is no relation between A and B. So let us consider this information this way. A is 10th from the left. So there should be 9 members to the left of A. Along with this, you are given that B is 9th from the right. So there should be 8 members to the right of B. If they interchange their positions, what does it mean? Now B will occupy A's previous position. A will occupy B's previous position. The current position of A is same as the earlier position of B. Now, let's understand this. Once they interchange their places, A becomes 15th from the left. So what does it mean? There should be 14 members present to the left of A now. So there were 14 members to the left of B. There were 14 members to the left of B. And there were 8 members to the right of B. So now the question is, how many members are there in the row? Let us add these numbers now. 14 plus 8, 22 plus B, 23 members in total. Now, let's work on directions. In order to get into this topic, we need to understand one thing, that there are 8 directions, guys, among which we have to remember 2 and make sure that those 2 directions should not be opposite one another. Clear? Now, my suggestion is I want you to remember these two directions, north and east. When you're working on a paper, direction what we face is north. Clear? Direction towards your right is east. Let us remember these two. Once you're done with these two, we can easily identify the remaining directions. We know that direction which is opposite to north is south, direction opposite east is west, which is between north and east is said to be northeast. So this is southeast, it's southwest, and this is northwest. So among these eight, I'm expecting you guys to remember these two directions. You can remember any two directions among the given eight, but remembering these two is suggestible, north as well as east. Questions will be given for you this way. A person moves towards the north, then turns to his right, and then turns to his left, and then turns to his right. Towards which direction is he moving now? Okay, a person is moving towards north. As we discussed earlier, when we are working on a paper, direction what we face is north. So let us assume that it's north. A person is moving towards north. Then he turns to his right. Assume yourselves moving in this direction. Now we have to assume which direction will be to his right. As this person is moving towards north, his right will be towards east. A person is moving towards north, he turns to his right, then turns to his left. When a person is moving towards east, his left will be towards north again. Then turns to his right. Towards which direction is he moving now? So this direction is towards east. Now let's move on to the next question. Wasim started from a point A and traveled 4 kilometers towards north. So let us say, for instance, this is the initial position of Wasim. Let's say A. Traveled 4 kilometers towards the north. Let it be 4 kilometers. Then he turned to his left and traveled 5 kilometers. When a person is moving towards north, his left will be towards west. And distance covered by this person now is 5 kilometers. After that, he turned to his right. Now, right of this person will be towards north again. And now he traveled 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Finally, he turned to his left and traveled 3 kilometers. Now, here, I want you all to understand one thing. In terms of numbers, as it's 4 and it's 5, when you draw these two lines, you have to make sure that show that length of this line is somewhat more than the length of this one. So 5 is more than 4. That's what you have to project on the paper. As this is 4 and this is 5. As this is 5 and this is 2. So length of this line should be less than length of this one. And length of this one should be more than length of this one and somewhat less than the length of this line. Now, what is the given question? To reach point B. So this is the final position of the person, B. In which direction is point B with respect to point A? With respect to point A, you need to find the direction from this point. So I want you to draw two lines this way. To make your work easy, let me pick some other color now. I want you to draw two lines this way. So this is the origin, that's A. And this is the required direction now. So this particular direction is northwest. So the answer will be northwest. Now, second question, the distance between A and B. So we have to consider that this as the shortest distance between A and B. It's not about the distance traveled by A, traveled by the given person. So this is about finding the shortest distance between the given 2 points. In order to find the distance between A and B, I want you to join these two with a straight line as shown in the figure. And then I want you to frame a right angle triangle. In many of the instances, you will find two ways to draw a right angle triangle. you can frame either this way or you can frame it either this way. You need to understand one thing. In either of the instances, your answer will remain unchanged as the length of this line will be the same. Now, how should we find this? As this is a right angle triangle, we have to find the length of this line now. As this is 3 and this is 5, so length of this line will be, let me consider this point as C. Now the length of AC will be 8 kilometers. The length of BC will be 4 plus, as this is 2, 6 kilometers. Now, in a right angle triangle, if ABC are the three sides of a right angle triangle, based on Pythagoras theorem, we can say that A square plus B square is equal to C square. We are going to apply the same thing here. So, length of BA will be root over 6 square plus 8 square. That gives you 10. So, your answer will be 10 kilometers. Now, that brings me to the next question. A man is facing towards west. He turns 135 degrees in clockwise direction and then 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Then he turns 270 degrees in clockwise direction. Which direction is he facing now? So we know that directions will be this way: north, east, south, west. A man is facing towards west. So let me write the remaining directions as well: northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. He turns 135 degrees in clockwise direction. You are given that he is initially facing towards west. He turned 135 degrees in clockwise direction. So what we need to understand? So what is clockwise direction and what is anti-clockwise direction? The direction in which the hands of a clock rotates, that's clockwise direction, and the other direction is anti-clockwise direction. Now, a person is facing towards west. He turns 135 degrees in clockwise direction. So he turned this way, 135. We have to understand that the angle here is 90 and this is 45. Now this person turned 135 degrees in clockwise direction. So 90 plus 5. Now he will be facing towards northeast. Then he turned 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. As this is anti-clockwise direction, he should turn 180 degrees. Now he will be facing towards southwest. Then he turned 270 degrees in clockwise direction. Now he turned in this direction and that to 270 degrees. From here to here, that's 90. From northwest to northeast, that's 90. And one more 90. So he will be facing towards southeast now. So your answer will be southeast. Guys, this is one of the ways to solve this question. Now let us discuss the same in another way. Clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. I want you to pick the numbers in clockwise direction and I want you to put all the numbers here. In the same way, pick all the numbers that are related to anti-clockwise direction and place it here. So let me start with this. It turns 135 degrees in clockwise direction, 135 degrees. 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, 180 degrees. Then he turns 270 degrees in clockwise direction. So let me write it as plus 270 degrees. Now add these two, 135 plus 270, and this is 180. We shall do one thing. Either we can add it or you can either do it this way. 180, 270 can be written as 180 plus 90. So your answer will be 135 plus 90, that's 225 degrees. Now the given person should turn 225 degrees in clockwise direction. So these are the directions given: west, north, east, south. Initially, the given person is facing towards west. Now he should turn 225 degrees in clockwise direction. So this is the way. So 225 degrees is nothing but 180 plus 45. You guys should be able to split it this way: 180 plus 45. When a person is facing towards west, if he turns 180 degrees, now he will be facing towards east. From there, 45 more degrees. So he will be facing towards southeast. That's how it works. Now let's move on to the next one. Y is in the east of x. Y is a point. Y is present to the east of x. Let me assume x here. Y is in the east of x. Let it be y. Y is in the east of x, which is in the north of z. So you need to understand this as x is to the north of z. So x is to the north of z. If P is in the south of z, P is to the south of z, then in which direction is y with respect to P? Y with respect to P. We have to consider the direction from P. So we have to draw two lines this way. And this is the required direction. That's northeast. So guys, that's all for now. Thank you one and all for your active participation. Practice as many questions as you can. Resources will be shared. Let me end the session here. Thank you one and all.